Applicability of transactions carried through various exchanges. I told you stock exchange transactions, none of these sections will come. 194O will not come, 2061H will not come, 194Q nothing will come. Sale of motor vehicles, you see. CBDT has clarified that this will come under 2061H. Manufacturer and luxury motor retailer. Whereas the second transaction will obviously go to 2061F. In case of sale to a consumer, receipt of sale consideration for sale of motor vehicle of value exceeding 10 lakh rupees would not be subjected to TCS under 2061H if such sales are already subjected to TCS under 2061F. This only 80 lakhs. Now it's coming under 1F also, 1H also. Specific section will override the general section. In case sale to consumer, receipt of sale consideration for sale of motor vehicles would of 10 lakh or less to a buyer would be subjected to 2061H. The receipt for such vehicles exceeds 50 lakhs. Same example here. Check it out. Dealer 80 lakhs, TCS. 2061F will come and not 1H as discussed. On the other hand, April, May, June, July, August. In June I bought 2 cars. April I bought 1, May I bought 1, July and August I bought one car. Each of these values less than 10 lakh. So obviously 1F will not come. But overall if it is exceeding 50 lakh. So 2061H will come. Then if it is sales return or discount or indirect tax related, no adjustment guys, because everything will be all inclusive, right? Whatever I pay, whatever I collect will be all inclusive anyway. So no adjustment of sales return or discount or indirect tax including GST required to be made for collection, since the collection is made with reference to receipt of amount anyway. In TDS you had to do the adjustment because that was on credit or payment, whichever is earlier. So there, if I have just credited now, I should make the payment and then adjust. Here, no adjustment is needed. If I supply fuel to a non-resident flight, Qatar Airways coming and parking in Bangalore, I am supplying fuel. Is it exporting? Was a question raised. It's not exporting. So obviously TCS will apply. So if I am selling fuel to Qatar Airways, it is not exporting. But will TCS apply was the question. So here 2061H shall not apply on the sale consideration received for fuel supplied to non-resident airlines at airports in India. 206C1H shall not apply to sale of goods to a person being a buyer who is exempt from tax. Obviously, if you are exempt from tax under any law, why will you collect TCS if you don't have to pay tax and you will not get the credit anyway later? No point. This is what we discuss now, my dear friends. Check these examples. Coolly, again. Seller sold 2 crore to e-commerce operator. E-commerce operator sold this 2 crore to the buyer, that is Mr. PJ. And the amount was given, and in this 1.5 crore net of TDS under 194O and net of commission. Net of commission. Commission and TDS subtracted, 1.5 crore I sent. Check it out. 194O applies. Flipkart to deduct TDS at 1% on 2 crore full sale value of consideration. 194Q will not come. Why will it not come? Because 194O already applies. We saw in 194Q, if other TDS provisions will apply, then this will not apply. 194O will prevail over 194Q anyway, because 194O rate is also higher, plus it is specific. 206C1H will not come, because in 206C1H there is a proviso. If TDS has already been deducted, then the section will not come. So 206C1H will not come. Now, that's what they say. In spite of the above, this is the clarification. Ideally speaking, 194 should apply. It may be 194O, 194Q, whatever. But in spite of the above, if seller collects TCS of Flipkart under section 206C1H, then should I do or not do? Yes, the clarification says then also Flipkart is still liable to deduct TDS under section 194O at 1% on 2 crore. Important CBDT clarification. I am telling you, don't put dive, bro. Don't do that. Correct. I am telling you, 2061H is telling. I am telling you, don't put dive, bro. I have to put dive to you. You are the bigger person. No. I'll put 194 will tell. 2061H. Okay, put. Are you happy? No, I'll also put. Means what? Both will apply. Both will apply. Right? These are all CBDT clarifications. Next. See here. Seller directly 2 crore to buyer, Mr. PJ. If 194Q applies, 194Q applies, then 2061H will not apply. We have seen that already as per proviso to 206C1H. If TDS is applying, then 2061H will not apply. But as per section 194Q, 206C1H does not override 194Q. I told you confusion. 206C1H does not override 194Q. Does it mean 194Q overrides 206C1H? We don't know. Confusion. Hence, if 206C1H applies first, then 194Q shall not apply. If 206C1H applies first, then 194Q shall not apply. Important. Guys, the problem is only between 206C1H and 194Q because we have not been told who overrides who. That's why whichever applies first will apply. Ideally 194Q shall apply, but by mistake if you have done this, it says no problem, both are the same rate, no, leave it. But this little relaxation is not available here, kindly note. It is not available between 206C1H versus 194O. Even if you deduct TCS under 206C1H, 194O also will apply. In this case, if 194Q will put one dive to 206C1H, 206C1H will okay, leave it, close. But in 194O case, if 194O puts a dive to 206C1H, 206C1H also should put a dive to 194O. Do not get confused. That time I was talking about this section. I repeat, 206C1H and 194Q only, that is a problem because 194Q talks about 206C1H, 206C1H talks about in any other case. So there's a problem. We don't know what overrides what. So generally, general rule 194Q will override 206C1H. But if you have by mistake applied 206C1H, then 194Q will not apply. On the other hand, as regards 206C1H and 194O, even if you have applied 206C1H, 194O will also apply. You have to collect it, TCS and TDS. Very, very important areas. Last case. Very easy. If I am selling 2 crore to a buyer, PJ, whether it is 206C1, 206C1C, 206C1F, 206C1G, these are all your relatives, elder relatives. When elder relatives are included, 194O will not come because it is not through e-commerce. 194Q will not come because 194Q clearly says 206C1, 1C, 1F, 1G overrides 194Q. Overrides 194Q. 206C, 1H also will not come. 206C, 1H also will not come because 206C, 1H clearly tells this is for the goods which are other than all these four. So ultimately is an easy one. What will apply? These things will apply. These things will apply. There are some other CBDT clarifications. If I am doing some e-auction services, like SBI hired an e-auctioneer to sell Kingfisher logo. Actually happened. Base price was 50 lakhs. One person also didn't buy. Anyway, the job of auctioneer is only to sell the Kingfisher logo. He will invite applicants to come, sell the logo, take some commission, give it to SBI, rest to SBI. Commission or brokerage. Guys, here, e-auctioneer will not fix the price also. It is just the starting point for negotiation. And it may end in a conclusion also. Why? Opening bid, 50 lakhs. Negotiation, 55 lakhs, 56 lakhs, 58 lakhs. Bidding will start. Finally, one fellow will say, yes, 62 lakhs, concluded. Whatever rate you get, at that some percentage commission I will get. Where TCS here? Or where TDS? Will it be 194O? Is it 194O? No. Clarification. Client will deduct tax under 194H. In fact, the amount will go to SBI. SBI, after getting the amount, will pay the auctioneer after TDS under 194H. E-auctioneer is not like e-commerce operator. Do not get confused. So O will definitely not come. Departments of CGST, Forest Department, Karnataka Forest Department, etc., they are not considered as sellers under 194Q. However, for PSUs, public sector undertaking, or government controlled corporations, jungle lodges and resorts is a government controlled entity. For them, 194Q shall apply. Definitely. So if they are selling any goods, for example, then this will apply. 206C1G will not apply to non-residents visiting India. So any non-residents visiting India, reverse, me going abroad covered, them visiting India not covered. They want to see one full tour of India and go back, not covered. For goods used for manufacture or power generation, TCS is not applicable. Correct? These are the goods used for power generation. I have to give a benefit, no TCS. Hence, buyer is liable to deduct TDS under 190. Buyer is liable. TCS will not come, but TDS will come under 194Q. If I am selling goods, TDS will come under 194Q.